back at the Monroe Sports Arena, where if the Explosion have struggled over the last 2 games, they haven't shown any ill effects tonight. Right now, they lead this one by 20 at the break over the Jazz of Tacoma. They're doing it on both ends of the floor. Defensively, they've created 10 turnovers. Offensively, shooting 50% from the field and have 3 scorers in double figures. Once again, Jamal Miller, he leads all scorers with 14. Jermaine Blackburn with 13. And then in his first action of the season with the Explosion, Jamie Booker, he's chipped in 12 off the bench. He's 4 of 8 from behind the arc. As for the Jazz of Tacoma, well, they struggled from the field, shooting under 40% in the first quarter. Heated up a little bit at the break. They sit at 42%, but just 7 points for Dante Harris, their leading scorer from last year. And then Justin Holt, as well as Jamil Sharif, they have 7 as well. So with that, wrapping things up at the break, Explosion lead this one 69-49. We'll be back with the second half of action. Just about ready to begin the second half, where the Explosion have a 20-point lead over the Jazz of Tacoma, 69-49. A few more stats to talk about in the first half. Explosion have made 9 of 24 3-pointers, not the best percentage in the world, it's 37%. However, they have 9 made threes compared to that, just 3 for Tacoma. Also mentioned shooting a lot better from the field, 50% to 42%. They've also out-rebounded the Jazz, 28-16. Quite a differential right there. Also have 11 offensive boards, that is, for the Explosion. Also caught up with head coach Randy Redwine coming out of the locker room. He said, Coach, what impressed you most about the first half of play for your team? Kept it short, kept it sweet. He said, defense. Defense. They've allowed just 49 points once again here through two quarters of play. He said for the rest of the season, especially after last night's effort, when they gave up a season-high 128 points to the Volcanoes, he said from here on out, the team has one common goal of allowing 20 points per quarter. That's all they want to do, 20 points per quarter. Quite a hefty goal, considering that'd be just 80 points a game, and in the IBL, the fast-paced tempo of it, once again, a lofty goal, but gotta believe Coach Randy Redwine. If he says they can do it, they got a chance. He's been around this game for quite a while. Get underway here in the second half, up over half court now. The team switched hoops. It's gonna be Tacoma shooting at the right. Explosion to the left. Ball saved from going out of bounds by Booker. He gets into the stands. Out of bounds, though, a hustling Justin James trying to go for it. Comes up empty, though. James picked up 3 fouls in the first quarter. Still scoreless on the night. He's scored in double-digit points in the last 3 consecutive games, averaging 18.3 points and 9.7 rebounds over that span. Into the lane. Nice left-handed move there by Iko Hansen. Good bench play for the Jazz tonight. They lead in bench points 35-32. Round open look again. Booker finding those open looks at threes. That'll be his 5th three-pointer of the night. 15 points in his debut. Cold to start the game, but finding his rhythm, finding his touch, as he gives the Explosion a 72-51 lead. 11 minutes to go, third quarter. Jamal Miller with it now, swinging it around top of the key. Blackburn with it, passes to Cutting Watts in the lane. Loose ball out of bounds. Yeah, that one went off of Watts, couldn't handle it. Also a scoring correction for the Explosion at the break. Took a few points away from Blackburn, tacked him on to Miller. Jamal Miller with 16 points in that first half. Jermaine Blackburn with 10. Backing down on Blackburn now is O'Hansen. Ball tipped away, 10 on the shot clock by the Jazz. It'll be Josh Warren who will inbound. Warren scoreless on the night. Missed last night's game versus the Slam. Played in the first game, just had 5 points and an assist. Holt misses a 3, and Booker rips down the rebound, pushes it up. Ball intercepted though. Nice defensive play there by Sharif to the rack. Can't finish with the flush though. That's Booker who got back to alter that shot on the defensive end. Good hustle by Booker. Into the lane, Cutting. Sharif trying to finish what he started this possession with. Draws contact, gets the job done though. Going to get a pair of free throw attempts. First foul against Booker, first foul also against the Explosion of the half. They lead 72-51. 10 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. Attempt rattles out for Sharif. 6'1" wingman out of Puget Sound Community College. Rattles home the second attempt. He now has 8 points. Explosion still up by 20 though. Blackburn to inbound. Long pass there by Booker, cutting to the lane. Got away with a couple steps right there as Miller tries to draw the charge in the foul. Looks like the contact either way. Makes Jamil Sharif dribble it out of bounds. He loses possession of the ball. Ball goes back over to the Explosion. Miller with a nice defense, gonna take a seat as Kyle Keys comes back into the game. He had 7 points in the first half. Watts with it on the key. They're gonna trap him in the corner. Behind the back pass. Way to get out of that by Watts. Into the lane goes James. Getting a little too fancy with it, trying to leave it for Watts, and it looks like coach is gonna be too happy with that one. Telling Justin not to be so sloppy. Turnover, their 17th of the night. 18-foot jumper there, rimmed long by Hansen. Rebound comes up with Miller pushing in transition. Passes it off to Watts. Watts with the layup, knifing into the lane. 8 points for Watts. Miller's third assist on the night. Kick out pass as Warren penetrates off of Blackburn though and out of bounds. 16 on the shot clock. Warren with it once again, passes it around. Sharif has it, trying to take Watts off dribble, going to his left. Spins back, tries to give it off to Holt. Instead, Booker ends up with it. Nice pass there from Miller, leaving it into the lane for Blackburn. Blackburn going to the hoop, draws the contact and the foul. 2 free throw attempts coming his way. Blackburn went to college at Boise State. Had a nice career there, averaged almost 15.5 points as a senior, shot 43% from the field. Showed how versatile he is. Almost 5 rebounds and 3 assists to go along with that stat line as well. He gets 1 of 2 offensive rebound, puts it back, banks it in.